Hello and welcome, and for your next outdoor adventure, cowboy rolls. These rolls are so exciting. You can make them ahead of time and freeze them and then warm them up in your Dutch oven and you'll have a wonderful dinner. It's a nice roll with homemade baked beans inside or cream cheese. Oh, they're so good. It's a nice sweet roll. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put these together. I'm going to show you how. It's really easy. 4½ cups of warm water. You want to make sure that temperature is just right. A tablespoon of yeast. A tablespoon also of salt. ½ a cup of potato flakes. ½ a cup of sugar. And 6 tablespoons of oil. You can use any oil. That I just happen to use corn oil. Then 12 cups of flour. And I like to give that a little stir sometimes and then start adding in my flour. Because my mixer sometimes will kind of do a poof of flour out. So I like to mix it up. But this will just go together so nicely. It's such a nice dough. And what you'll do is knead this for about 5 to 10 minutes in your mixer or by hand. You could do it by hand too. And then you're going to cover it with a damp cloth and let it rise for about an hour. And nice thing with bread recipes, lots of times I'll just set the timer and I'll just keep punching it down every hour, and it actually makes it a little nicer if you have to go through more rises. But at least if you do one rise, then you should end up with a beautiful roll. So I'm going to let that go ahead and mix. I'm going to show you how beautiful this dough is. Like that. And what we're going to do is put a little shortening on the counter. You can see over here, it does take a while to get that dough going, but once it's all incorporated, it'll be beautiful. But we'll just pretend like it already got to be like this. And put a little shortening on the counter, and I'm gonna put this dough out. And this bowl, I moved the dough over, so I greased it. So if you want to move your dough over into another bowl, you can just grease it and turn it. And it will come out really nice and easy. And you can roll this out nice and flat. And then we're just going to cut it in squares. And each square is going to be like a little dumpling. We're going to put cream cheese in the middle, or we're going to put in little beans. Little baked beans. So, and while you're doing this, if you want to stretch it out a little bit more, you can. Depends on how big you want your rolls to be, but they're the perfect on-the-go snack, camping, dinner, or lunch. If you make them ahead of time and then freeze them, then they're ready for any time. We'll probably eat ours for dinner tonight, but I also love, since they have beans or cream cheese in them, you can send them in the kids' lunches. You don't have to worry about meat going bad, and they're still packed with plenty of protein. Okay, so for the cream cheese one, I've just cut the block of cream cheese in ½ inch and then put it in a little square. I'm just going to pinch the dough together like that, and then I will put it on my pan to rise. You can put it on a little greased or a silpat, it doesn't matter. And then for the bean ones, probably spread the dough out a little bit more. And then just take a little bit, put it in the middle. And with the bean, you might want to put a little liquid, like a little milk or a little water, to keep it shut. And you're just going to pinch it up just the same. And with the other ones that I did, I put them all on a little pie tin because they might leak out a little bit, but you could put them on a tray if you want. Just turn it upside down. You're gonna let that rise. You're gonna fill up your tray, let it rise for about a half an hour till they're double, and then you're gonna bake them 375 for 25 minutes. Also gonna brush them with a little milk before we let them rise. And I usually just let them rise in the oven. Then when they're done baking, you get to enjoy a fabulous meal. Okay, so I'll show you what's inside. These are still a little warm. Look at that. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna try this. That is so delicious. Okay, enjoy your cowboy rolls and let me know how you like them. Thanks for joining me.